right, welcome back to Globe with Shelly. And today's video is gonna be all about how to heal your skin microbiome. And guess what? It's all related to your gut. I have uncovered some really crazy stuff that they've been researching on the microbiome. That's your gut health. That's your bacteria in your gut. It's related to the bacteria in your skin. I know, it's like so shocking and so surprising. This is gonna be a series on your gut health. I've got menopause in here. I've got so many things to talk to you about, and we are going to get this started because this is fascinating stuff, y'all. Remember, this channel is all about glowing up, transformative skincare, flawless makeup, and a lifestyle to match. If that resonates with you, hit subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. I want you to know when I post future videos. Okay, guys, I have uncovered a lot of stuff about the gut. This actually started through other research, and then I found all these articles that were related to the gut and the skin. And I was like, whoa, how is the gut and the skin related? There's a ton of stuff out there on this, and it's just now being researched. It's just now kind of coming out. But it's really fascinating stuff, and I want to share it all with you. So let's get into it right now. First things first, my hair. Y'all, I am changing my hair up. I have red hair. I've had red hair for many, many years. And I have recently started to go very gray, like almost white. My gray hair, you guys know I'm 47. I'll be 48 in a month. Actually, it'll be less than a month that I'll be 48. So I might as well just start saying, hey y'all, I'm 48. So I'm getting closer to 50, and my hair is getting white on the top. And because of that, the red was so stark against it. Even after 2 weeks, it was a very stark line, and I'd have to powder it constantly between appointments. Now, I used to get my hair colored. Well, I was getting my hair colored when I had it red every 4 weeks. And I loved the red. Like, I absolutely loved it. My wedding photos were beautiful with my hair. I thought it was such a gorgeous color. But one of the bad parts is that white line that kept coming back. After a couple weeks, I'd get it done fresh. It was beautiful. Oh my God, it looks great. And then it would come back. And I was talking to my mom, and she was telling me that that's why she went blonde as she got older. And I was like, I didn't even think about that. So I talked to my hairdresser, and she was like, yeah, you would love it because you're not going to be able to see the gray with lighter hair. And so I was like, okay, y'all, I can't even, she didn't even cover it. And I do have like gray, but it's like, it looks like part of the highlight. Like, you can't even tell that that's gray. So I'm excited for when it gets finished, because I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna, it looks like blonde, the white looks like blonde highlights now. So I think I'm gonna like it, but it's gonna be a process to get there. And hopefully you will enjoy this journey with me and won't hate me for eliminating my red hair. God, I loved my red hair. Let's get into this video, cause guys, I am tired of spending so much money on skincare products and not getting the results that I want. So what if I were to tell you that the key actually to radiant skin lies in your gut? There have been studies that have been done recently that prove that the gut affects the skin. It actually affects your skin health, your skin radiance. So let's talk about the gut-skin axis, because that is something that is super important. Your gut and skin are basically in constant communication. And I didn't realize this until I started really researching how the gut affects the skin. And research has shown that the health of our gut microbiome, that's the bacteria that are in our gut, play a crucial role in the skin's actual appearance and the aging process of the skin. So in 2018, there was a study published in Frontiers of Microbiology that highlighted how an imbalance in gut bacteria, like one bacteria, especially the bad, because there are bad bacteria and there are good bacteria all in your gut. It can lead to skin issues like inflammation, drying of the skin, and accelerated aging. I think you know where I'm going with this, because there are some effects that happen in menopause that misalign or change your gut microbiome. And that is why, right, we have so many gut issues as we're entering menopause. But really, it all relates back to, well, a lot of it relates back to the Western diet, right? We know that the Western diet is high in processed foods, it's high in sugar, unhealthy fats, seed oils, things that our gut bacteria just do not want. They do not like. And if we're not feeding our gut bacteria, if we're not feeding our good gut bacteria, then inevitably we're feeding our bad gut bacteria, essentially. The poor diet can actually reduce the diversity in your gut microbiome, so it can reduce the types of bacteria that you have in your gut. And in 2021, they did a study in nutrients, and they found that a diet high in sugar and processed foods can increase inflammation throughout the body, okay, even on the skin. So they found that it led to like more skin inflammation, more skin reactions. So people who had, you know, a less diverse gut microbiome tended to have more inflammation on the skin, more reactions on the skin to like the outside elements, which was very interesting. And it also proved that it led to skin aging and premature aging and skin problems like eczema, psoriasis. Now, I don't want to say things like eczema and psoriasis are caused by the gut. Okay, I don't know that 100%. I have eczema. God, if it was connected to the gut, I would, what a relief. If I could find something that would make my eczema go away forever, I would be so happy. But I'm not saying that I still have eczema, okay? But I don't think I have the most healthy gut. So how does our gut bacteria actually affect our skin? Healthy bacteria in your gut can actually help reduce inflammation in your skin, because gut bacteria release these anti-inflammatory compounds. And those anti-inflammatory compounds don't just help eliminate inflammation throughout the body, but they especially help reduce inflammation in the skin. And so some of the redness, puffiness, things like that. If you can heal your gut microbiome, you can help eliminate that as well. It can also strengthen the skin barrier. Believe it or not, good bacteria actually promote the production of ceramides. And I don't know if you guys supplement with phytoceramides. I do. Okay. You gotta have those ceramides in your body. But your gut bacteria actually affects your ceramide. And that's essential for skin hydration, because remember, ceramides are what lock everything in, right? And they hold in that moisture, and they help you not have transepidermal water loss, which, right? Any skin barrier issues will lead to that transepidermal water loss, which will lead to dryness and premature aging of the skin. Also, having an abundance of healthy bacteria help fight oxidative stress. So oxidative stress is the stress that you get from the outside world, right? UV rays, pollution, all of these things lead to oxidative stress on the skin. And what oxidative stress does is it damages your DNA. So antioxidants help clear out that damage and help prevent further damage from happening. So that's why we put vitamin C on our face, right? It's an antioxidant. It helps protect the skin. Also, having an abundance of good bacteria helps regulate your hormones. Remember, any hormone imbalances can affect your skin health, right? Because your skin is very affected by what's going on hormonally. That's why women get all of us can get hormonal acne. We can get hormonal skin problems, and we can get dryness that can sometimes be hormonal. Having an abundance of healthy bacteria helps reduce those hormonal issues that can lead to bad skin, essentially. And in 2019, the Journal of Clinical Medicine showed that with a more diverse gut microbiome, people who had that had more skin hydration. Can you believe that? They had more skin hydration and less signs of aging on their body, especially this skin on their body. So I find that really fascinating because that leads to the next thing that I'm going to talk about, and that's the signs that your gut is affecting your skin. So how do you know if you're having gut issues? Well, you'll know if you're having gut issues because for one, you might have persistent digestive problems. You may have bloating, gas, things like that. That's a sign that you have an overabundance of like bad bacteria. You could have persistent acne. You could have dull and dry skin as well. Any kind of premature aging, skin aging, sugar skin, like glycation skin, where you have that cross-hatching, skin sensitivity or redness, or even you're having, like your wounds aren't healing as quickly as they used to, can be a sign that your gut microbiome is out of whack. So how do we improve our gut health? There are some really, really great ways to improve your gut health. And the first one is making sure that you're eating lots of high fiber foods. Those are fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, whole grains, legumes, things like that. They promote the growth of beneficial bacteria in your gut. And so eating more of those foods and less of the ultra processed foods are going to really help you a ton. Also, fermented foods, some of my favorite foods. Fermented foods are so good for your gut health. Things like yogurt. Yes, I'm giving you license to eat whole milk yogurt. I don't agree with eating the low fat or no sugar yogurt. The reason I don't, well, the no sugar is fine. Okay, as long as it's not sweetened with something else, because those sweeteners actually kill your gut bacteria. Don't eat artificial sweeteners. They're not good for your gut bacteria. Your gut bacteria actually hates them. You can have a little bit in them, but they're very problematic in large doses. If you eat a lot of foods with them, with sugar replacements, they can be so bad for your gut. So please do not eat too many of those. I prefer like a very low sweetened, whole milk, 100% full fat yogurt. And I don't eat a whole lot. Kefir is another thing. I love to drink kefir. I do the fruit sweetened kefirs. They're really good. No sugar. Got plenty of beneficial bacteria in them. Super yummy too. I like those. Sauerkraut, kimchi, things like that are going to be beneficial for your gut bacteria as well. So try to incorporate these into your food, into your diet. I am like really wanting to make kimchi, y'all. Like really wanting to, because I get this magazine. So y'all know I don't know if you know this. I like to cook. Like I used to love to cook. Now I'm so busy. It's like kind of a chore sometimes, but I really enjoy like trying to make different things that I have never made before. And I get this magazine called Cooks. My husband, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm saying husband. He's not my fiance anymore. Yay! I think that's the first time I've said husband on YouTube. There's a lot of firsts. Okay, so my husband's mom got me a subscription for Cooks Magazine because she knows I love to cook. I love to bake, especially. I like to bake actually more than I like to cook, but I do like to cook too. So she got me that magazine and I was looking through there today actually, and it was showing me how to make kimchi. And I was like, oh, I've never made kimchi. Like I have to try this. So I'm so excited. I want to try it. I'm going to get some cabbage and some carrots and some ginger and some scallions. And I want to make my own kimchi, see what it's like, and see how good it tastes too. Cause you know, I like things that are made from scratch at home anyway. But fermented foods are really good for your gut microbiome. Trying to have some every day is really beneficial. I love kimchi. Not a huge fan of sauerkraut. Now, I do like sauerkraut on hot dogs, but hot dogs are processed and they are not good for you. So I would not recommend telling you to go eat a sauerkraut hot dog every day. You might get like colon cancer or something because processed meats are really bad for you. There are some isoflavones in soy that are very, very beneficial for your body. And I know you know where I'm going with this because it's related to menopause and estrogen. I'm going to do a separate video on menopausal gut health because there are a lot of things that you don't know that you need to know about menopause and the stuff that it does to our gut. Because menopause throws our gut into woohoo, wacko central. That's what I'm trying to fix. So this video is as much for me as it is for everybody else, because I'm seeing some of these things, and not necessarily because I have such a bad diet, but because I'm going into menopause. So I'm experiencing some of these gut transitions, and they're actually wreaking havoc on my gut. And I do feel like I'm getting more redness in my skin. Things that were going away before are kind of coming back, and it's really related to my gut. So I need to do this myself, and I haven't yet, and I'm going to. But soy isoflavones actually mimic estrogen in the body. So they're basically a phytoestrogen, and phytoestrogens are estrogens that are kind of like estrogen, but they're not necessarily estrogen. They just mimic estrogen in the body. And they're good for you. They're beneficial. And things like tofu, tempeh, even soybeans. Now, you really want your soybeans to be fermented, because even though those soy isoflavones are in there, they don't break down in the body as well when you just consume soybeans. When they're fermented, those isoflavones are broken down even more. So they're more bioavailable for your body. And that's why things like tofu and tempeh actually are better to eat, and you'll get more phytoestrogens from those than like soybeans. You might absorb some of them, but you're not going to absorb a lot of them because they're not broken down enough. They actually mimic estrogen and help with skin aging and even body aging. Okay, that was a lot for just soy. The next thing is regular exercise. Believe it or not, but regular exercise actually increases the beneficial bacteria in your gut. And there was so many studies on this, so many studies. I read multiple studies on how exercise has a huge impact on your gut health. I did not even know that, y'all. I had like no clue. Before I started this like rabbit hole down like EBSCO host, I say EBSCO host because it's like, I legit got on all of these databases and started just pouring through all these articles that were related to like estrogen and gut health and exercise, and like poured over all these articles, and I was like, whoa, really? Like, I didn't even know that. It makes you not want to skip that exercise. Things like walking, yoga, strength training, even like dancing, things like that. Any kind of physical exercise actually improves your gut microbiome. It makes the beneficial bacteria grow, and it actually reduces the bad bacteria, which has a huge impact on your skin health, because your gut and talks to the bacteria in your skin. They talk to each other. They like call each other up. They're like, yo, what are you feeding me? Because I'm getting red. And then your gut's like, it's not me, actually, it's her. And she ate French fries last night, and then she decided to go ahead and have some ice cream afterwards, and then thought, I'll have a piece of dark chocolate too. Sugar, sugar, sugar is what she's feeding you, and that's why you're not healthy. That's why all of your good bacteria is dying off. And your gut's like, we really need to have a talk with Shelly. So regular exercise, that's gonna help. Staying hydrated. Lots of water, hydrating foods, watermelon, cucumbers, things that are hydrating, that have lots of water and nutrients and minerals in them. Fruit. Y'all, don't think fruit is sugar. Don't skip the fruit. It has so many vitamins and minerals in it, and so much water. You really want to get that water that has all those minerals and vitamins in it. And drink plenty of water too, because that's going to help balance out your good gut bacteria and keep it. And it's also going to keep your skin hydrated, right? I told you this was 10 tips. Well, the 6th tip is to manage your stress, because stress actually can kill off your beneficial bacteria. Believe it or not, studies have been done on meditation and yoga and gut health. And guess what? There's a correlation between stress and gut health. This is like so like integrate, like everything is integrated in our bodies, and we're just now learning about it. Like, it baffles me that it's 2024 and we're just now finding out that our gut bacteria actually dictates so much of our health in our body, and we didn't even know it. And here it is, 2024, and we're like, I'm going to tell you something crazy, and we're talking about it. It's wild to me because we didn't know this 20 years ago. We didn't really understand our gut microbiome at all 20 years ago. We didn't understand our skin microbiome. Believe it or not, you don't actually have a lot of bacteria on your skin. You don't have you have you have a skin microbiome, but it's less florid than your gut microbiome, which actually speaks to all of the rest of the bacteria in your body. Heal your gut, heal yourself. Okay? That's the message. So reduce that stress. That's easier said than done. I get stressed. I have a lot of stress at work. It is easier said than done. But managing stress can help with your gut microbiome. Also, getting enough sleep. So there were studies done on sleep and the gut health, and you have to get sleep. Believe it or not, but not having enough sleep can actually kill off your beneficial bacteria as well and help the bad bacteria multiply. So, not sleeping affects your gut bacteria, which then affects your skin. Probiotics. Guys, be taking your probiotics and your prebiotics, please. So probiotics, things like lactobacillus, okay, that's in things like yogurt and other things. Bifidobacterium, that's another one that's super important. You need to be getting probiotics because they improve your gut health, they reduce inflammation, and they support your hormone balance. It's so important to be having those prebiotics. When you do your probiotics, make sure you also have prebiotics. So prebiotics help feed beneficial gut bacteria and promote their growth. Okay, the beneficial stuff. So it helps feed that beneficial stuff. It's that foods that are rich in oligosaccharides. So fructooligosaccharides, foods that are rich in those are going to really help feed that gut bacteria. Garlic, onions, bananas, things like that. I also like to supplement with prebiotics and probiotics. And I do take a supplement every day. And I want to say before I show these supplements, this is not a sponsored video. I buy these supplements out of my own money every month. These companies do not pay me. I have no relationship with these companies. I haven't even reached out to these companies. I've thought about it. But I mean, they have like major people that align with them. I don't think they care about Glow Up with Shelly. But one day, perhaps they may. We shall see. But one of the supplements I take, one of my favorite supplements to take, because it makes my body feel so good. It makes my stomach feel good. Especially if I take it every single day, is AG1. And believe it or not, this is full of not only tons of nutrients, minerals, vitamins, but it also has probiotics and prebiotics. This, you have to refrigerate it. You have to keep it refrigerated. I keep a pack at work so that I always have it on hand. And sometimes I'll take one. I try to do one a day. Sometimes I skip days. I try to do one a day and sometimes even two. I mix in a little bit of a hydrator with it because it is definitely something that tastes different. It's a green powder. It's nice. The other thing that I like to take is digestive enzymes. This is from Body Health, which is one of the supplement brands that we use in our house, and it is digestive enzymes. These are not probiotics or prebiotics, but they will help feed your beneficial bacteria, and they're really good for helping break down food as well. And then also, they do make a probiotic. Perfect Amino makes probiotic, and this is a really good supplement brand, and it contains probiotics, prebiotics. This is the probiotic. It has 40 billion live cultures to help maintain an ideal levels of good bacteria and overall health with 8 essential amino acids of perfect amino to feed important bacteria for producing neurotransmitters. So the great thing about this is it contains those amino acids that feed that good bacteria, and it has plenty of good bacteria for you to use. So so if you're going to take a probiotic, make sure that you're taking prebiotics with it, okay? Or at least eating lots of garlic, onions, and bananas because you need to be feeding that beneficial bacteria. Okay, and the final thing to do is avoid excessive sugar and processed foods. I am still working on this. Okay, I am a work in progress, just like we all are. And I have to say, like, I talk about this a lot, but I don't even like have my diet okay, so I'm gonna stop there for a second. I really want to explain this to you in a way that makes you understand. I try to eat very healthy every day. I try to do all these things, take my probiotics, take my prebiotics, do all that, but I'm not perfect and I don't live in a perfect world. I have a full-time job. I have a life outside of work. I, have a lot to do. I have a YouTube channel that I do full-time. It's just a lot. So not only do I have a full-time job, but I also have a YouTube channel and I have all the things and I'm constantly busy. So it is not 100% easy to avoid sugar and processed foods because they're just out there. They're everywhere. Like if you go to a restaurant and you eat something, it's going to be processed and it's going to have probably more sugar than you wanted in that food in the first place, because that's how our foods are made. They're made to be highly palatable and they're ultra processed. 90% of the foods that we have are way too processed. Most of your food should have less than 5 ingredients. And I can guarantee you that if you go up to your cabinet and you look what's in your cabinet, most things have 10 or more ingredients. And some of them have a lot more, like 30 to 40 ingredients. That is highly processed. And I bet you can't pronounce half of them, okay? Because they're not real. They're machine made. So this harms your gut bacteria and inevitably leads to all kinds of inflammation in the skin problems, skin barrier issues, hydration problems, because as that good gut bacteria starts dying off and the bad stuff starts taking over, it really inflames the body. It really inflames the skin. When you understand that your gut and your skin are connected, you really can understand that by healing your gut, you can really heal your skin. And part of it is the fiber-rich foods, making sure you eat plenty of phytoestrogens, okay, soys, things like that. But not just soy, like there's, some nuts have phytoestrogens in them as well. So just trying to eat whole natural foods, like in their most natural state, is going to be what will help you like heal that gut bacteria. Taking probiotics and prebiotics, digestive enzymes, things like that will help heal that gut bacteria. Eating fermented foods, right? Lots of fermented foods is going to help heal that gut bacteria. So all of these things, right, will then play into your skin. So there is a huge connection between your gut microbiome and skin aging. You can make these steps to change that health by incorporating a better diet, right? Regular exercise, prebiotics and probiotics, and phytoestrogens. These can all go a long way to help healing your gut and help you embrace better skin health and better body health overall. Thank you for watching. Leave any comments that you have in the comment box below. Tell me, do you feel like your gut microbiome is messed up? Okay, do you feel like you need to heal it? And I'll see you next time on Glow with Shelly.